So this lesson would be based around the reading lesson, the reading standard that says determine the meaning of words and phrases as they were used in a text, distinguishing literal from non-literal language. And the objective is the students will be able to determine whether words and phrases within a text are literal or non-literal. So to start off the lesson, Callie and writing, no. So to start off the lesson, they would watch a video which shows figurative language within popular movies. And so they would watch just a couple clips because it is a 7-minute long video and that's kind of long. And so they would watch this, which shows different figurative language within movies, and a couple would be
name by behaving like a babbling, bumbling band of baboons.
That is weird. She's perfect. So perfect, I dare say one drop would kill us all.
What's she doing here? I was asking you the same question. I happen to be his girlfriend. I happen to be his friend. That made me laugh. You haven't spoken in weeks.
Okay, and so they would watch videos like that, and then we'd talk about it. And so I would say things like, okay, so do you really think she meant they were behaving like baboons, or do you think that's just a saying? And so then, to dive into the actual lesson, I have another video that the students would watch, which explains literal versus figurative language, which is kind of the same thing. And so we would go over that whole video as a class together. And once that's done, we would head to the guided practice, which is I would start by going over a few examples. So I would write like on the board something as I was as hungry as a horse. And so I would say, okay, do we think that I really meant I was hungry as a horse, or was I just saying that as a saying? And so we would go over examples like that. And then after that, I'd write a sentence on the board. And as a class, we would say the same thing. Is it literal or is it figurative? Or non-literal. And then they would just be similar examples to the ones they saw in the video and the ones that I did myself in the very beginning. So then for the independent practice, they would use song lyrics, and this is how they would incorporate the music into it. So I would have printed out song lyrics for the students, and it would be popular songs that they would know. And they would have to say, okay, is this figurative or non-figurative? And it would just be certain clips, like, of the song, not the entire thing. And so they would be highlighting the text in yellow for figurative language, and then in blue if it was literal. So that's how we would go over it, and then that would be kind of their test also, just because I would have paper and something physical to look at to grade them on. So that's how I would incorporate music within this lesson for them.